That man is the man Coach Simply with Freedom Friday, Freedom Friday, Freedom Friday. Right at the gate, you are a masterpiece. You are a masterpiece. You are a masterpiece. Regardless of what others say about you, you're a masterpiece. Regardless of what others think about you, you're a masterpiece. Regardless of what others say behind your back, you're a masterpiece. Well, you're probably saying, well, help me out, Simply. I'm so glad you said that. Here's what you and I must understand. Everything that we desire in life, everything that we want to achieve, everything that we want to become is already in us. We are stopping ourselves because of the fact that we have taken the focus on the wrong direction, and therefore we cannot unleash the beast that's truly inside of us. And so now you have to unleash the beast in order so that you can see the masterpiece. You must tell yourself, I am great, I am phenomenal. When you get up in the morning, bad breath and all, tell yourself, I am a champion, I am a winner, because let me share this with you. The great ones do it. The overcomers do it. The people that make it happen, do it. Let me share this with you before I let you go. This is no coincidence that a gentleman that they said couldn't even read in elementary school has authored 3 books. Succeeding when others don't want you.
Hey, that's Ronn Hicks, Simply Bad.
Wow.
Brother, I'm glad you're on. I'm glad you're here.
Man, I am glad to be here. When I say ecstatic about life, I am. I really am. I listened to Coach and I listened to Justin, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, boy, we have an amazing God that can bring you through an amazing storm. But the most important thing that we must remember in all this, don't quit.
Exactly.
Don't
Well,
quit.
that's what I was Justin saying, a freak accident. There's nothing freak. God's got a plan.
Yeah.
Even though we seem like it's a bad deal,
Right.
He's got a plan. He knows what He wants to do for us.
Man.
But and let's just go back.
Okay.
Let's just go all the way back.
Okay.
Because you're in Texas. This is Von Erich country.
Von Erich country.
This is Von Erich country.
Von Erich country.
But you grew up Indiana, right?
I grew up in Kentucky. So I was prevalent to the Jerry Lawler.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the neat caveat. The Junkyard Dog and his son taught me how to wrestle back in, and I can honestly say this now, 1994, almost 30 years ago.
Wow.
In Nashville, Tennessee. And this is coming from, and if we're going to go back, let's go back a little bit further.
Let's go. No, we want to find the Simply Bad story. Let's go.
All right, well, the Simply Bad story is just this simple. I was once a victim of bullying.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to go to see the pro wrestling events, now mind you, I'm the youngest of 5 from a single parent home. And so mom said the only way that you can go to wrestling is that you had to do your chores and stay out of trouble. And that could be a little caveat every now and then, we'll just call it that. So, but this one particular Tuesday night, I got a chance to meet my hero, which is Rocky Soulman Johnson,
mm-hmm.
who is the father of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the very next week, I got a chance to sit down and talk to Rocky for a few minutes. And Rocky told me, he said, I asked him, what is the key to success? He said, you write down your dreams and goals, and that's what you become.
Right.
So every day, so I went home and I wrote down that I wanted to stop being bullied by the age of 13. I wanted to be a successful pro wrestler. After wrestling, I wanted to be a champion against bullying. Now, mind you, I'm only 7 years old writing this stuff down.
Right.
And it's probably not the best handwriting, but I knew what it said and I knew what it meant. So the bullying stopped at 12. A few clotheslines, a few chicken wings. Mm-hmm. Brothers got the message, and everybody, So then the wrestled in high school, and the coach told me, he said, this is how this is going to be. That freshman stuff you did, we're not having it. You're either going to win, you're going to listen and win, or you out. And nobody put it like that since mama. So you had to roll.
Right.
So I went on one state. Then I was got a chance to, like I said, JYD Jr. and JYD taught me how to wrestle. Well, the night of the promotion, they said, hey, what's your name? I said, it's Simply Bad, Mr. Ronn. They said, we're going to drop that Mr. Ronn. We're going to keep Simply Bad. And, well, how did Simply Bad come about? being the youngest of 5, you can sometimes be
Me.
simply bad. And so my mom gave me that name, and I stuck with that name. And now I'm just a champion for our children. I'm champion for our youth. I'm champion for our community. And I just know that this is where God has me running and making things happen.
Right. So, but 19 times? Is it 19
19
time world champion?
19-time world
I got to do it. I got a mic. 19-time world champion. Simply bad.
Thank you. And what's crazy is that I still have to do chores at the house.
Yeah.
You know, when you walk in, the wife says, you know, that big headism that you go through.
Right.
Leave Simply Bad at the front door.
Right. Well, and on the same deal, that's why we had Rick, and like I said, you know, as bad as COVID was, these spiritual entrepreneurs. In fact, I want to show another one. I have to go to y'all's Facebooks and stuff and pull this stuff off.
Oh wow.
That man, yo, here we go with that Friday flow. It's your man, Coach Simply, Ronn Hicks with Freedom Friday, Freedom Friday, Freedom Friday. And right out the gate, the mirror don't lie. The mirror don't lie. The mirror don't lie. And I'm telling you, just like you're listening to me, go look in the mirror and it's only going to tell you the truth. The mirror don't lie. The champion that you really desire to be is in the mirror. The overcomer that you desire to be is in the mirror. The person that you know that can excel in life is in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, you tell yourself that I am championship material. I am great. I am phenomenal. I'm that, and I'm that, and I'm that. And you must remind yourself when you look in the mirror that you are those things, because I'm going to tell you, just like this, coming from a man that was broken, that was hurt, that was just, you know, abused and been through the mills and never allowed myself to stay down. When you look in the mirror and it tells you the truth, tell yourself, I'm not going to stay where I'm at. I'm only getting better. And then you tell yourself, I am better than I was yesterday. I'm better than I was last month. I'm better than I was a year ago. I'm better than I was 10 years ago. And I'm only getting better because of who I am and who I see in the mirror. I am better. I'm not bitter. I'm better. And I want you to understand that regardless of what you go through, regardless of the storms, regardless of what it is, tell yourself when you look in the mirror, I am great. I am phenomenal.
There you go.
Wow.
I am better. I am better. You know, but that's the thing. You know, now we have all of this media, all this technology, all these platforms. In 2 to 3 minutes, who did you just inspire that says, "Hey, I do need to look in the mirror, and I need to not listen to what everybody else is saying, and know that I am. God made me the way I am."
And I do that. And being a father, you know, I've got 2 teenagers, and being this, because I'm not proclaiming it, it's facts. I'm America's #1 life coach. And the reason why I say I'm America's #1 life coach is because when you have students that were once incarcerated and they come back to you and they say, thank you for not giving up on me. Then when you have a student that the district had gave up on because the kid wasn't working, but I wouldn't give up on. And so now the student is getting ready to graduate from college, you know, and then you have, you know, so it's like, I want to share with them, because God hasn't given up on us. So if he hasn't given up on us, what gives us the right to give up on them?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. You know, the other day, God really put it on my heart, because, you know, we don't think about God's math.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about where does that 3 and 1 come? Where does that 3 and 1 come? We're the one.
We're the one.
We're the one.
Right.
If we have a Father above us, we have Jesus inside us, and a Holy Spirit around us. Where do they all meet? Right here. So that 3 and 1, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am the one. I'm the one that God has picked. And so what's next? So you got the book out.
So this is my Succeeding When Others Don't Want You to. And when I say this is that book, I'm not, because we were talking about COVID, but when we had froze it, I had to write this book. And then, because I didn't have power, I want you to know that when I say I didn't have power, I had to go old school. All I had was a gas stove. We had steam heat and had to shut off everything. And I was like, let me put on some sweats and finish this book, because I had a commitment to the publisher. So we got the book done, Succeeding When Others Don't Want You to. When I say this is a phenomenal book, and I'm not saying because I'm the author,
Right.
I'm saying that when you have a kid that graduated from high school and they called you back and they're like, you know what, this is the reason why I'm able to get through this geography class because you told me I can't quit. And you told me that college is an opportunity of a lifetime and that there is no color in success.
Right.
The only color in success is you working hard.
Yes.
That's, so book tours, book signings, running for school board in Louisville. Yes, running for school board. I know that I just want to continue to be our champion. Everybody has a calling.
Right.
I'm a champion for our children, and I'm going to continue to champion for them. May 6th, I'm going to win it. I'm just putting it out there. Life in Proverbs 18.
There you go.
Proverbs 18:21. Life and death is spoken the power of the tongue. I only speak life into what I desire. And but if you're listening and you're watching, I want to share this with you. And I know we're getting ready to go.
No, River.
Philippians 4:13 should be your clutch. Should be your clutch, because there are times that we go through stuff and why me? Why me? Why not me? Why not me?
Why not?
That's the question you ask yourself. Why not me? And then you were talking about math and you threw me off because I know God is a multiplier.
Exactly.
Where you have one struggle, it sometimes multiplies into different struggles. But just think, his blessings multiply.
You go back and you look at Isaiah when he was hungry. He went to the widow woman. He says, "What do you have?
What do you have?
What do you have? I'm going to multiply.
I'm going to multiply."
He's Jesus when he had to feed all those. What do you have?
I'm
to
multiply.
He's a multiplier.
So if you're going through something, don't worry about it, because your blessings are getting ready to multiply.
Exactly.
Exactly. And
Cool.
and we're going to speak a healing over Coach. He's healed and restored right now.
Already done.
Jesus.
Already done.
And just thank you, bro. When I say thank you so much for having me come, I was like, honey, I gotta take a break from the honey-do list because I've got to go be with my brother. And she says, "All right, go get out of here."
Well, okay. Well, I guess I'll owe her a dinner or something to get you out of the house. But man, I am so glad that you made it down here.
Yes, sir.
Your bullying program, that's available for schools or mentors
It's
or anybody?
school. It's if you go to simplybad.com, you get a chance to really hone in on who I am, and that's Simply Bad with 2 D's. Simplybad.com. Go, and then you get a chance to not only find out the anti-bullying, but we have an incredible mentor program. It's called SB Life Coaching.
Right.
And so what I challenge everyone to understand that regardless of where you are now, this isn't your final destination.
Exactly.
And so you write down your dreams and goals and you go make it happen, and that's what you're going to have.
God's got a bigger plan.
He
knows what you're going to do.
He's a multiplier.
Hey, man, so we finally got this figured out. I'm actually going to show the intro to what Small Town America, the show, is going to be about. And then I'm going to surprise and get Dale Long up here to close this out. But let me show you. This is the intro to what the